Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading today, a Monday here at MadWorldTarot, still with the Radiant Tarot on the tarot table. A very lovely tarot deck, very royal for me, and we're looking at very royal things today. We're looking at the titles and what feels to me energetically as a Parkle panic about titles and position and all the rest of it. And in this reading we're going to be looking at a little story that popped up in the Daily Mail about Lili, and it tells us it's titled Lilibet, the California Cool Princess. And it starts off, she may be seventh in line to the British throne, but Harry and Meghan's daughter, Lilibet, is every inch the California girl who loves running around barefoot in her beloved pink leggings. Lily's relaxed style contrasts with her regal cousin, Princess Charlotte, who is usually seen in more formal attire, floral dresses, cashmere cardigans, and bows in her neatly styled hair. So a whole lot of things going on in those two paragraphs. First of all, setting up a rivalry with the poor Charlotte, of course. Second, clapping back at those of us who dare to criticize Meghan for allowing her daughter to run around with what looks like unbrushed hair and in the same pair of pink. They look like pajama bottoms to me. Some people speculate there might be still some pull-ups under there as well for a how old is she now? 4.5. And then of course the barefoot thing, wherever she is, Disneyland, wherever else, running around barefoot. So setting up a rivalry with Charlotte, and then laying claim to the position in the line of succession. That was the very first few words that came out in this article, and then of course the princess title as well. I'm going to do a little reading with the Radiant Tarot. I'm going to ask about the pushy mother, what I believe personally is a narcissistic mother, and her ambitions for her daughter. We're going to look at the rivalry that she's setting up with poor old Princess Charlotte, and how's that going to unfold over time. We're going to ask about Lily's fate, basically, in the line of succession, Lily's fate, princess title, and then Lily herself as she grows older, as she is able to form her own opinions about things and look back at the way her childhood went. How's she going to feel about all of this? I'm going to call it silliness, but it's quite serious silliness. So, tarot, fun and entertainment, or my opinion, or speculation. One more shuffle. I just read energy here, and disclaimer in the box below. This poor kid, really, I do feel very sorry for her, and I have to stress that as we go into this reading. So 6-card reading. We're going to ask about the mother, we're going to ask about the rivalry, we're going to ask about the line of succession, Lily's fate basically, and the princess title, and then of course we're going to ask how Lily herself is going to view all of this, how it's going to affect her even, maybe, depends what the card shows up as. Ultimately, High Priestess is our underlying energy, and High Priestess is about initiation and mystery, and of course initiated into something very secretive, very closed off to us mere mortals. The royal family, the British throne, is very mysterious. It's has a lot of I'm going to use the strong word, occult symbolism around it. I'm not getting David Icke kind of tinfoil hatty here. I'm just saying it is something that you get initiated into, and it's got some quite weird rituals around it that normal life doesn't have. High secrets, high mysteries. High Priestess also comes through for me sometimes as Princess Diana, and I do believe that Meghan, if she's failed herself to be Diana too, is having a damn good go at presenting Lily as the next And I think she's been wound up. There's a lot coming off this card, actually. So a little one card reading here for you. I do think that the more people speculate about Charlotte embodying Princess Diana's energy and starting to look like her and stuff like that, there are comments occasionally about that. The more worked up Meghan gets, I would say. So there's a lot going on in that High Priestess card for me energetically. Heart of the reading, California Cool Princess, Hierophant in reverse. This is precisely the energy that I picked up the other day. I was reading on Lili, and I got the sense that Meghan was very deliberately presenting her as the opposite of the way Princess Charlotte is presented, to express this, I'm free, I'm in California, I'm living a different kind of a life. I've got that energy very strongly. Hierophant in reverse is the rebel energy. It's not playing by the rules, doesn't care about institutions, it doesn't care about pecking order, doesn't care about doing the right thing, does whatever it wants to do. This is the anti-royal family, and I don't mean anti in the sense of fighting or opposing the royal family. I mean as in the reverse of the royal family, like this sort of mirror image basically that's being set up in California. Meghan desperately trying to set this up and hoping that we're all going to buy into it and agree with her. I don't think anyone is, personally, but we're not looking at that now, particularly in this reading, even though this is coming through as a sort of a subplot even in this reading. So how about Meghan's energy and her ambitions and, I believe, narcissism? That's my personal opinion, my uneducated opinion, amateur opinion. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Same energy that showed up in the previous reading. It's the Harvest card. It's taking stock, it's return on investments, it's all those things. It's in reverse. Meghan hasn't achieved what she set out to achieve, and I think she set out very intentionally to have a blonde, blue-eyed daughter. I do believe that personally, that there was some degree of selection. That is my personal opinion, and pentacles can be eggs. I do believe that there was selection involved. That, again, my personal opinion, and it has not achieved the outcome that Meghan expected, and a bountiful outcome it should have been, because it's investment. The Seven of Pentacles, it's in reverse. She failed to achieve her goals, very financial goals. That's interesting. That's my energy reading, and of course my personal opinion. Let's look at the rivalry that is being set up seemingly in this article with Princess Charlotte, both two innocent young girls that are, in my opinion, again being set up as rivals by Madame Markle. How will that unfold? We get the World, and it's very public, and it's the card of success, achieving your goals. And this World card tells me that this story could run and run, that this could be something that dogs both of them all of their lives. And I feel very sad when I say that, because it's not something that either girl deserves, and I'm sure wouldn't want to be set up like that. But the story has been set up like that. Charlotte is there always with the beautifully brushed hair and tidy and the lovely little clothes, and then you've got this wild child, this California girl running around wild and free, and they're going to be contrasted because that's what the press does. So even if Meghan doesn't sustain this rivalry herself, this is a story that's going to run and run and run with the World card, unfortunately, in my opinion. Let's look at line of succession, Lili's fate. How's that going to go for her? 7th in line now, which is in itself disturbing on so many levels. I get the Chariot card, and again I'm going to read it the way I've been reading it. I read it in the previous reading and I read it yesterday as well. It's Prince William's energy. You're all sick to death of me saying that. It's the Cancerian energy. It's Prince William. Prince William is going to run this whole idea over. I think that there's going to be a massive shake-up of the royal family very soon. I think Harry and Meghan know this, which is why the panic is on, and which is why these kinds of stories are being planted in the press. And line of succession, I think, is going to have a major overhaul. Bye-bye Andrew, possibly Beatrice and Eugenie as well. Bye-bye Harry and his offspring. Let's use that term quite loosely. My opinion, I think we're going to see a big shake-up as that chariot gets going, starts moving forward, starts getting momentum, and starts doing what it wants to do. Chariot, you don't stop that chariot. It's willpower, it's desire, it's drive, it's goals, it's focus. It's pretty scary for me energetically, and I'm not the one trying to stop that chariot, just saying. How about the princess thing? Lilibet, the California cool princess, how's that going to go in future? 5 of Cups in reverse. She's going to lose it. She's absolutely going to lose it. It's the card of regret, sorrow, grieving over something that's gone. And I think it's going to, part of this rivalry and this world thing is going to be, it's going to be portrayed as injustice, something that is like a stain, something that cannot be forgiven, cannot be overcome. It's going to be a wound, unless they handle it very, very carefully. But for me, it's sitting under the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, which is Meghan's energy. I think it's going to be Meghan who is the one who sits with this grievance and nurtures it and feeds it and keeps reminding us of it. Let's look at Lili herself. She is a very young girl still, but we're looking into the future. We're asking how she herself is going to respond to all of these very difficult things that are on this tarot table. How's she going to feel? We got the 3 of Cups. Interesting energy, because my previous readings on her, where I've taken her forward into the future and asked what she's going to, what kind of person she's going to be, how she's going to relate to the rest of the royals. I get that she's a very positive energy. I get that she will make her own way in the world. I get that she may connect with the royals at some level on her own terms. That is the card of friendship. And so I think, fortunately, for someone who's being set up now in competition with another little girl, I think fortunately her temperament might just thwart whatever her mother's, and I use that term loosely, her mother's intentions are. This, for me, this 5 of Cups in reverse is Meghan's energy. This 3 of Cups is a much more charming, light-hearted energy, just generally very pleasant, very a fun energy, a happy energy, gets on with everyone kind of an energy. How does a soul like that evolve in the toxic environment that, in my opinion, Harry and Meghan are creating or are living in? But anyway, there it is, 3 of Cups. It's a very positive energy to end what in some ways is quite a disturbing reading for me as an energy reader. There you go, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.